Commander Rylith of the Zenthari Dominion had witnessed calamities, plasma storms that devoured moons, beasts whose screams bent gravity, and wars that spanned constellations. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared him for the arrival of humanity. The Zenthari had invited humans to join the Galactic Concord out of strategic necessity. Humanity's rapid technological ascent was impressive, but its reputation was troubling, unpredictable, emotional, chaotic, dangerously curious. Yet their ambassador, a cheerful Earthborn woman named Alara Quinn, was supposedly harmless. That had been the assumption, until the Council showed her the Nythrak. The Nythrak was a towering, six-limbed, armored predator held behind reinforced quantum bars. No diplomat, scientist, or warrior dared approach it without full combat gear. And yet, as Rylith now stood in the observation deck, staring through the energy barrier in disbelief, he saw the impossible. The human was petting it. Not cautiously, not reluctantly. She was scratching its plated chin like it was a house pet. And the Nythrak, terror of the Vorgan Nebula, devourer of 8 documented scouts, was purring. Actually purring. A low, seismic rumble that vibrated the deck plates. Rylith nearly fainted. "Ambassador Quinn," he screeched through the intercom. "Withdraw immediately. That creature is classified Omega Risk." Alara looked up, smiling like she was comforting a shy puppy. "Oh, he's not dangerous. He's just misunderstood. Aren't you, big guy?" She rubbed the top of the beast's head as it leaned into her touch with bliss. Rylith slapped a trembling hand across his face ridge. He had heard rumors. Legends. Really. Dangerous myths whispered between soldiers and starfarers that humans would pet anything. But he dismissed them as exaggerations. Galactic humor. The rumors, it seemed, had undersold it. This was only incident report number 1. Beginning, the first reports. 3 cycles before the council meeting, the first human exploration vessel had arrived on Zenthari Prime. A welcoming crew had prepared safety briefings, biological hazard warnings, and strict protocols for interacting with local fauna. Humans ignored all of them. Rylith had reviewed the reports himself. A human technician attempted to pet a glow-spined razorfish, an aquatic creature whose skin emitted slicing photons sharp enough to cut steel. The human emerged unharmed, holding the fish like a floppy cat, saying, "He likes belly rubs." An officer from Earth reached into a thermoacid mound, a hive of creatures that melted drones in seconds, just to scratch the Queen's thorax. The result, the Queen adopted him as an honorary broodmate. A human medic pet a living plasma entity, a creature made of unstable ionized energy. She described it as warm and wiggly. The creature followed her home. Reports piled steadily onto Rylith's desk until they formed a small mountain. Each had the same conclusion. The human initiated physical contact despite lethal risk. The creature responded positively. The scientists were baffled. The military was terrified. The council was annoyed. Rylith believed humanity was a threat simply because they didn't understand what danger meant. But petting the Nythrak? That was a new level of cosmic madness. Middle, the chaos escalates. After the Nythrak incident, Alara Quinn's reputation exploded across the Galactic Concord. Species from every system requested an audience with the Beast Whisperer, though the humans insisted she was nothing special. "She's normal," said Ambassador Davis from Earth. "All humans do this." That did not comfort anyone. Rylith oversaw the next event personally. The human delegation's visit to the biocontainment vault, where the most forbidden, deadly life forms in the galaxy were held. The Council's goal was to study human behavior in controlled conditions. A grave mistake. The moment the humans entered, everything spiraled into chaos. Event number 1. The Void Serpent. The serpent floated silently in its zero-gravity chamber. 300 meters long, pitch black, capable of phasing through matter, and possessing a venom that liquefied consciousness itself. A hush fell over the room as the humans approached. Ilara tilted her head. He looks lonely. Rylith's eye ridges twitched. Ambassador, do not. Too late. She placed her palm against the barrier. The serpent drifted closer, brushing its ethereal snout against her hand like a curious dog. The Council gasped. The serpent had killed entire warships. Yet this human, this tiny, soft, squishy creature, looked at it with affection. The serpent coiled playfully, creating luminous spirals. "What is she doing?" a scientist whispered. Rylith answered grimly. "She is petting a god." Event number 2. The Star Eater Cub. The next chamber housed something even more dangerous. A juvenile Star Eater, capable of devouring solar flares for breakfast. Its gravity field warped the room slightly. It snarled when the group approached. The humans' reaction? "Oh, he's a baby." Before Rylith could stop them, Ilara stepped forward, crouched, and held out her hand. The cub roared, then pressed its forehead against her palm and chirped. Rylith nearly resigned on the spot. Event number 3. The Living Anomaly. In the deepest vault lay the anomaly, a being whose shape shifted between dimensions. No mind could comprehend its true form. Looking directly at it for too long caused most species to faint. Ilara stared at it calmly. "Wow, you need a hug." Rylith grabbed her arm. "Ambassador Quinn, I beg you, do not embrace the anomaly. Reality may not survive it." She gently pulled her arm free. "Reality has survived worse. Trust me." She reached forward, touched the anomaly, and it stabilized. The swirling geometry softened into a glowing, peaceful sphere. It hummed like a contented creature. Galactic cameras recorded the moment. It became the most replayed footage in history. Turning point. Why humans do this? The Council called an emergency session. All races attended, shocked, confused, and concerned. Rylith stood before the assembly. "Ambassador Quinn," he said, voice strained. "Why do humans pet everything, even things designed to kill you?" Ilara folded her hands politely. "Well," she began, "back on Earth, animals respond to touch. It builds trust, comfort, connection. We just carried the instinct into space." A Vorgan general slammed his claws on the table. "Your instinct is madness." She shrugged. "Maybe, but it works." The chamber erupted in murmurs. Ilara continued. "Most dangerous creatures aren't evil. They are scared, or lonely, or defensive. When we show kindness first, they recognize it, even if they don't think like us." Rylith felt something shift in the room. A softening. Humans weren't fearless. They were empathetic in a way that defied reason. And somehow, the galaxy responded to it. The galaxy changes forever. In the months that followed, everything changed. The Thrak population, once impossible to domesticate, became cooperative after exposure to human handlers. Star Eater cubs no longer attacked exploratory vessels if greeted with calm tones and gentle gestures. Even the Void Serpents, long considered mindless destroyers, began responding to human contact with surprising intelligence. Galactic diplomacy evolved. Entire treaties were renegotiated using human tactile diplomacy teams. Species once considered untamable became allies. Dangerous creatures became guardians.
Conflicts dissolved before they began.
And Commander Rylith, forever astonished, stood alongside Alara during the first Interstellar Peace Summit, watching alien predators nuzzle human diplomats.
He finally spoke the words he once mocked as absurd.
Humans, he muttered, can pet anything.
Alara smiled.
And the universe is better for it.
Rylith sighed.
Better, and infinitely stranger.
She winked.
You'll get used to it.
Rylith doubted he ever would.
But as he glanced out the window at a Stowita cub chasing void serpents playfully around the station, because the humans were babysitting them today, he felt something he had never felt in his long life. Hope. Because if humanity could turn galactic horrors into cuddle-loving companions, what else could they change? The galaxy, at last, understood the truth. Humanity's greatest weapon wasn't strength, or technology, or numbers.
It was compassion.
Irresponsible, chaotic, unstoppable compassion. And the stars would never be the same.